welcome to my messages. I'm Jelaila. Today the topic is creating safety in unsafe times. And I think most of us would agree that these are unsafe times. They're very uncertain times. I mean, we've got political upheaval. We've got, I don't know about you, but I mean, they're spraying chemtrails almost every day here where I live in the Midwest. I mean, that's the most I have ever seen in all these years of observing them. I mean, there's only been one day that they didn't do it in the last week. It's like the cabal knows, man, we better do all we can to screw up the people as fast as we can because our time is short. But anyway, okay, so what are we here for? We're here to learn how to be safe in unsafe times, right? To be safe in unsafe times, you simply have to reach a middle point. You have to reach the neutral ground. You have to reach a state of integration and compassion. And what that means is that you see both sides. You see why the dark's doing what it's doing. You see why the light's doing what it's doing. And they both have a purpose. They both have merit because you can't achieve integration without light and dark. You have to have something to integrate. Light doesn't integrate light. Light integrates dark and dark integrates light. So that is what we're here to do. But it's very hard when you have the dark creating situations that just really stretch our ability to be compassionate. For example, the sex trafficking and the child pedophilia that's coming out, and how it's like the dark underbelly of the dark. They're exposing it, trying to freak everybody out. And then you've got the chemtrails, and you got the vaccines, and you got the GMOs, and you got the political upheaval, and you got the cabal-controlled media going after one individual no matter what he does. And he's moving so fast, it's like he's a moving target. All this stuff is going on, and then they're just whipping up this strife and this hatred. I mean, I've heard of people attacking other people here in the U.S. because they wore a T-shirt supporting a particular presidential candidate. I mean, it's just insanity right now. But isn't that what they told us would happen at the end? Didn't they tell us years ago that when the time comes right before the end, it'll get so crazy that people will literally be losing their minds? And I think we're seeing that. Not only are people losing their minds because of the aluminum and the chemtrails, which is creating a lot of the Alzheimer's and dementia. It is, people are so enraged, they're so scared, they're so freaked out, and they won't do their research. They won't go and look to see, well, wait a minute, is that the whole story or is that part of the story? And who owns the mainstream media? And are they telling us the truth? There's so many dumbed down people that they just add to the chaos and the insanity of everything. So how do you get safe with all this stuff going on? How do you create safety for yourself? Well, they gave us the answer so many years ago, and they've given us excellent, role models. For one, Gandhi. Gandhi was up against the British Empire. He was not sophisticated. He didn't have the military the British did. He certainly didn't have the militaristic know-how. But what Gandhi knew was about neutrality. And it was with that one thing he eliminated the threat. So you can look at that as the dark against the light. Okay, just an example. And he won because he didn't stay in the light. He went to a place of neutrality. You can't fight against neutrality because the only thing you can fight against is something polarized. Well, the neutral point between the two extremes is not polarized. It's a neutral zone. You can't fight neutrality. You got to have two players, right? Okay. So the way to achieve safety in an unsafe time is to achieve neutrality. To achieve neutrality, you have to understand both sides. You have to be able to step out of your 3D human thinking back into your God thinking and look down at this situation that we're all in and go, wow, that is a really complex, sophisticated end game that they have created. Man, how are they going to get themselves out of that? They are really going to have to know how to achieve compassion. They're going to have to know how to achieve integration. And to do that, you have to look at it as a creator being creating an experience to learn from. And then if you do a little research, you'll find out that this isn't the first time we've been through this. We've done this a lot. And we've actually gone through 2 destroyed homeworlds trying to get this right. So we've got experience, and we're making it. If you look down the timelines, as the Nibiruans do, we have succeeded. And the dark knows that. And that's why they're pulling out their A game right now, coming at us with everything they can. But I'm telling you, if we all buy into it, we will change that future. We have to realize that this is the final test. This is like your thesis. You're getting ready to get your master's. You're getting ready to get your universal peacekeeper card that allows you to go anywhere in the universe and be a universal peacekeeper, which is our divine destiny. But you can't get that card if we fail the test. So I'm saying to all of you, find the neutral point in everything that's going on. Choose to rise above it. And you can do that by realizing that each side has an important role to play. The dark, you can't integrate anything unless you have the dark creating something to integrate. So they're throwing everything at us. And think about this. They're throwing the ugliest, most horrific stuff at us that we have ever experienced. They're exposing the deepest, darkest, ickiest stuff. But we are never given anything that we're not ready for. And there's enough people in the Lightworker community who know about compassion, who know about achieving integration, that we can integrate that stuff. Now, I'm struggling with the pedophilia stuff right now, but I will get through that. I will find a way to integrate that. And if we have to do conference calls and help each other out, then I will do that. I have found the integration for GMOs. I found it for chemtrails. I found it for vaccines. I found it for all those things, but pedophilia is the hardest one for me. So that's it for today. The safe spot is the neutral zone. Remember Gandhi, he showed us how to do it. Take care. Talk to you soon.